The meeting is called to order. Comrades, you are called to order for the opening ceremony. Please uncover caps and place on left shoulder. Comrades, you will now be led in prayer by our chapel.
God, be merciful unto us and bless us, cause thy face to shine upon us, that thy way may be known upon earth, and thy saving strength among all people. Let the people be glad and sing for joy, for thou shalt judge them righteously, and govern the nations upon earth. Especially do we pray that we have thy guidance to the end, that we may each of us firmly uphold the great principles of this organization. Amen.
Amen. Cover. Comrades, attention. Persons wearing uniform caps will give the hand salute, and all others place your right hand over your heart. Please join me in giving the oath of allegiance to the flag. One. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Two. I now declare this meeting open to the transactions of such business as may be come before us. Comrade Adjutant, will you call the roll of the officer?
Thank you, Melvin. Commander.
President.
Senior Vice Commander. Junior Vice Commander. Where's Mr. Evans? Where's Mr. Evans?
Not here yet.
Not here. Okay. Benefit Protection Team Leader.
Here. Don Harper.
Okay. Membership Chairman.
Here.
Service Officer Dr. Marion Raba. No leave. Adjutant here. Treasurer here. All members have been accountable.
Thank you. I'd also like to introduce the District 4 Commander, Marvin Benner. He's also the past State Commander.
Yes, thank you.
Comrade Adjutant, will you read the minutes of the last meeting?
The last meeting minutes that we had, Commander, were sent out in May. I believe everyone should have received those that email by video. If there was no one that received the video, please raise your hand. Okay? And I hope that you have signed in and used the email address so that we can send you out the email address to your email. We have a new computer now. We're trying to get everything together. So I don't have no one either calling me up or emailing me with nasty grams. Okay? So with this, I would like to make a motion that the minutes for May minutes be accepted with any necessary corrections.
Comrade Commander, I second that motion.
Okay, and we have any discussion for? Any discussion against? Call for the question. Ayes?
Aye.
Nays? Motion passes.
Got together.
We will now hear the treasurer's report.
I'm going to give you the treasury report as of August 2019. And it's going from August 1st, 2019 to August 31st, 2019. I will give you the general fund first. We started out with $65,260.56. We have a credit for $141.75. We spent $4,488.82. We now have a balance of $60,933.49. That was for the general fund. For the community fund, we started out with $6,577.99. We ended up with $6,577.99. So goes the treasurer's report for the month of August.
Any discussion?
Need a motion?
I move that we, Commander, I move that we accept the treasury report.
Any discussion? Discussion for? Discussion against? Call the question. Aye?
Aye.
Nay? Okay, motion passes. Comrade Chaplain, are there any reports on sickness or distress?
I am unaware, but if anyone else has any, let them share.
One, our friend Mr. Robinson, he's having a lot of respiratory issues and stuff, and so been talking to him back and forth with between him having that and doing his dialysis. He's hanging in there. He's still on his feet.
Okay, I got a call from Dr. Robert that Pat Wheeler was in a vehicle accident, rolled over. She's doing okay. I sent her a card out to wish her well from the chapter, but I got that from Dr. Robert.
We had Mr. Billy Brown, that was the member of the chapter here, that passed away last month. So Ed and I went to the funeral.
Good.
But he sat back here in the area. I don't know if anyone remembers Billy Brown.
Yes, after the funeral, the young daughter of Billy Brown is having some problems with his death, and she is needing some help some kind of way, psychologically, and I would like to know what it is from the chapter that we can do or advise her as to where she may go for some help. If anyone in here is aware of this, I'd appreciate it if they could bring me up to date in order to pass it on to her so that she can get the help she may need.
You see me after the meeting, I will try to direct you in the right direction.
I thank you. Okay, that's good.
Thank you. At our next meeting, we're going to have sworn in of new members, so we don't have any for today.
next month, yours truly will not be here at the meeting. I have a engagement that I missed last year, and I promised that I would make it this year. And that's with my organization that's putting on a golf tournament. I'll be out golfing. So on that particular day, I will not be here, but I would like to make a suggestion, if I may. Last week, myself and Alex came out here and we cleaned up the outside, okay? And I had to go and buy tools just so that we can do the outside. And by the time I got back, Mr. Clark had another body out here who was working also. We had a lot of weeds and we had tree trunks. We had everything out here. And so when I got back, I asked him, I said, well, where's this guy from? And he stated that the person came right off the street, and he stated that he would help him for $10. So he did such a good job, we paid him $25. So what I'm saying is that we're trying to get normally we get the sheriff department to come out and clean up. Well, this has been on the onus of Mr. Dyer, and he's been calling every month, and for some strange reason, we have not received a call back from the sheriff department. So, my recommendation, put your hand down, is that, we want everybody, not everybody, to get a little bit of this fun. So, come next month, if the sheriff department does not show up, instead of me not being here, we have a cleanup. Okay? Because you'll show up. You got to take the tables down. You got to clean around the building and stuff. So everybody can get a part of what we got, just the two of us. Okay? So that's my recommendation, is that all of the members pitch in and clean up the outside and the inside. The inside was done by yours truly, your commander, who set up the tables, swept, and all of it. He had a couple of gentlemen that come over here and help to clean this up, if I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, it's fair that the members of this great organization that we have come out and for 1 month and clean this place up.
I have $10.
Okay? I ain't taking your money. Yeah.
That's the third time this year you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Let me hold it.
Go ahead.
You have not reached out to the membership to ask us to help you. And I told you, and I told Alex, I called you guys. I told you I was coming over to clean up, and you guys cut me off and said, you got somebody else. Why do you keep reaching at the sheriff's department when this is something that belongs to us? This is our baby.
Mm-hmm.
We should be taking care of our own baby. If you reach out to me, I'll be here. You just give me a date, I'm retired just like you. I got time on my hands, and I still got energy. And I also have contact that I can bring a team in here and clean this place up.
Okay.
But you gotta reach out to me. I can't reach mine.
Well, first of all, didn't I just say I want everybody to come out here? Hold it. Now, after I get everybody out here, then we'll go with you if we can't get the sheriff out here. But first of all, I want everybody to get their hands dirty just like we got ours dirty. Okay? If I can put my hand in the commode, you guys can do the same thing because it's your building. I know you do the same thing at your house. I hope. So what I'm saying is that since I got mud on my shoes, I'm asking everybody to get the mud on your shoes, and then after that, then we'll go with what you want. But until then, everybody gets some of this foul stuff that we got going on, yeah.
So, do you automatically send out like a week in advance or a day in advance or an email? How do we know when the cleanup day is? I'm
gonna let Shelley explain that to you. Shelley, if you would, please. That was on the sheriff's department. What happened? I'm gonna try to explain it for him, because what we try to do, we try to get the sheriff department out here 1 week before we meet. Okay? So he's got from now until next month before we meet, a week before we meet, to see if the sheriff department gets out here. If the sheriff department does not come out here, then it's going to be on our owners to take care of it. Okay? Yes.
Going along on that, after he checked with the sheriff department, and the sheriff department doesn't come within a week, can you send out an email to everybody saying we need a group to come out and clean up certain dates?
Yes. And that's why I'm asking everyone to put your email address on there, because I'm getting emails coming back, or I'm getting calls coming back that I didn't get your email. We just purchased a brand new computer that will take care of this. I've also loaded everything that a additive and a treasure does on this computer. I've also purchased QuickBooks. QuickBooks is going to keep tally of everything that we do in here, so that when we give it to the audit, he'll have that information. Now, DJ is not going to be here, okay? In the next 2 years, I plan on giving this up. I'm serious. Because no one has stepped up to the plate. And I'm not going to stand here and say and tell you I'm going to be here until I die. My wife is on me every day about when am I giving it up. So I'm giving it 2 years. And I'm looking for some people to come here. Got everything here on the computer. I will sit with you day and night, night and day, to show you what goes on. We pay all our bills that we can pay through the bank. I'll show you how to do that. Those that we can't, we write a check to. But we need individuals to step up to the plate. This is yours just as much as anybody else. So that's what I'm saying right now. But I will send out an email to everyone. I hope everyone puts your email, and I hope that I can read your email. Okay? Print so that I can understand what you have put out there. And I will send that out a week before we're supposed to have our next meeting. Okay? And then after that, if nothing else come up, then I'm going to go to that gentleman back there, and we're going to go with his suggestion. Now, let me say one other thing about this. We get a lot of stuff free from the sheriff department because we are a 501c, and they don't charge us anything to clean this place up. Am I right or wrong, John, on that? Because John set that one up. Okay? So, some of this stuff that I'm looking at is that you guys are going to have to do some of this stuff free. Okay? Because I'm doing a lot of this stuff free. Okay? And if you start looking out for a handout, then I'll look elsewhere. Okay?
Thank you, comrade. To continue on with unfinished business, the sewer district has come out and they basically have not found any problems with the sewer line. We are going to be testing the drain. We have a drain on the side of the platform of the ramp. And the reason for that is we're going to put a barrier, which is going to consist of 4x6 pressure treated wood along the fence line to keep the water from our property flowing onto the house next to us. So basically the elevations are that when it rains, our water is going to the property next door, and the lowest cost is to just put a barrier there, 4x6 pressure treated wood. We did look at concrete curbs and other, but the cost is just very high, so that's the lowest cost. In the event the drain that we have in the back is not adequate, then what we're looking at is putting a submersible pump there that will pump the water out through a pipe to the street. Unfinished business, we do have a domain name, DAV Sep.org, so we hope to have our homepage up and running here within the next 6 weeks. So we've been looking at various, well, what's the lowest cost to do that? So the water pipe to the kitchen, that's more than likely that's going to have to be replaced. It's just been there for a minimum 60 years, and the water pressure's not there. The valves are okay, the hoses to the faucet's okay, so it's just, there's a lot of corrosion within the pipe, so we'll probably have to replace that, get the pressure. Any other items?
Yeah.
For the membership, you want me to use the numbers?
He's got it, yeah. He's got membership. Go ahead, you.
Okay, membership committee.
All right, just looking at our numbers for the membership, it shows that we have 2,816 members, but I know what we need, and it's showing that for us to meet our goal this year, that we have to put in, we have to have 88 more members. And so far, our percentage rate is 96.93%. So
let me finish the rest of it.
okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
He told you needed how many? 88. Right now, I sent in from Dr. Robert 2 membership. We paid for them. Sent that in Friday. So that takes care of 2. Now, I sent out something to everyone, but I'm going to read it to you. From the National Membership Director, dated 30 August 2019. New membership dues rate. Did everybody receive this that I sent out? I sent it out to you? Okay, I'm going to read it anyway, but some of you did not receive it. As you are likely aware, during the DAV 98th National Convention in Orlando, Florida, our membership approved a change to the national bylaw, which will now call for a flat rate of $300 for all new members, regardless of age, with membership remaining free for those 80 years of age or older. So if you're 80 years or older, you get in free. If you below that, it's $300. This change will go into effect January 1, 2020. Anyone who joined the DAV before January 1st, 2020 pays the current appropriate rate based on age. Application received at the national headquarters, a national service officer or postmark on or before December 31st, 2019 will be accepted at the current rate. All applications will be updated to reflect this change. So, after December 31st, if you're not 80 and above, you got to pay $300. So what we're pushing for is for us to start bringing in as many individuals as we possibly can at the low rate. Okay. Now, everyone should have a copy of this card sitting on the table. I had these made up because you guys made a suggestion that we have a card to pass out to everyone. The only thing that I missed was placing down at the bottom that we will be closed in June, July, and August of each year. So you must put that on there if you're passing these out to anyone. Okay? Then on the back, you put your email address so that you can get credit for this. Okay? Now, I got cards made up. So that just ain't the only one we got. Okay? I got books and books of these things. So I'd like to make sure that everyone gets a copy or a couple of them to put in your wallet. Now we will have these at the Golden Corral when we go out for the Veterans Day this year. We'll have these cards so we can hand them out to everyone, okay, that's in the line so that they know what we're doing. And that's in November. So that's only giving us a window from November to December the 31st to try and capture as many members that we possibly can. Okay, but I've got 3, 6, about 8 of these made up, so we ain't gonna run out. All right. So sometime next month or the end of this month, I'm going over to Golden Corral to set up about our Veterans Day, and then do we need to have our Christmas party there again, or what? You need to let your commander know that, so that I can set that up. If not,
I move we have our Christmas party at the Golden Corral.
Pardon me?
I move we have our Christmas party at the Golden Corral.
Is there a second?
I second that.
Is there discussion? I'll take a vote for everyone. Aye. Call for the question. Aye.
Aye.
Nay. Okay, motion passes. Okay, right, I have. Comrade Jackson, I have 2 more members. And I'd also like for the membership committee, Tommy Taylor, to make a presentation to all.
Thank you. On behalf of the National DAV and on the way to the National Convention, that for our chapter of over 2,000 members, we were presented with our recruiting. We have recruited enough members to where we were given our plaque to show what great work that we were doing in this chapter. And that just comes from each and every one of you, and it goes to each and every one of you. So one of the things I like to say is for each and every one of you to give yourself an applause for what God well done. And then as you know, we are looking for the 88 members more. So as you say with the cards there, please just talk to any and everybody so we can continue to do the good work. But I want to thank each and every one of you for the great work that we have done in the past, and I know we're going to do the same type of work in the future. Amen. Thank you.
Service officer, I would like to ask Karen Wilson if she could.
If you can talk louder.
We want to see up with you. You know we got to make it work.
Go ahead.
Oh, I could have did it from back there, huh?
One to look at.
Oh, they know who and what I look like. So I don't really have a report. I do know that there's been some new things that have come down with the appeals, decisions, or how they're being, I guess, made from up top in D.C. As soon as I kind of make better connection with the actual benefits office that is now moved to White Rock, hopefully by next meeting I'll have a little bit more information specifically how it works. I don't know whether they've gone back to the old legacy part or what it is, but I do know that I think part of that ramp is now being discontinued or something like that. So, and other than that, I don't really have anything else to report. But I will say this is that next time we meet, what I'd like to do is, I know that I've been trying to come in at least an hour to an hour and a half before we start sessions for those of you who have comments about your claims. What I would like to do is that if it is possible that while we're here, you give me either your telephone number or your email address so that I can talk to you kind of offline away from here, so that before you get here, we can meet or we can have a conversation so that I know what you need and you bring in what you need also. So, thank you.
Comrade,
Yes.
could you, in the future, provide some general information on the attorneys that are now handling claims? They seem to be advertising and talking to a lot of veterans, and it's good, bad, indifferent.
So what I've learned and what I've understood is that there are attorneys that are accredited, and they have already went through the accreditation process to assist veterans with their claims. There are those that are kind of fly-by-night that are out there. However, I don't know what they call EJA fees, which is attorney fees, and how they collect if they're not accredited, whether you have to pay them or whether that we know that if they are accredited with the benefits office, that their fees get separated. So I know that there are attorneys out there, there are people out there that really want to help, that will charge you. If they're not accredited, my understanding is that they're not supposed to charge you. If they are accredited, it's all documented. So really I would like to say is that before you talk to an attorney about your claim or about whatever it is, I mean, I'd be more than welcome to talk with you about it. I'm not trying to represent you as your attorney or anything other than having knowledge or being a subject matter expert in that field. But once you do sign documents, which is normally the VA Form 2122A, then that will make you liable for fees to the attorney. So that's what I know about that. So just be careful if you have, you're trying to have somebody win your claim. Service officers are out there. We're supposed to be helping you, without you incurring thousands of dollars for an attorney.
And just to my knowledge, I don't know if it's in effect for all attorneys, but usually when you sign a paper for one attorney to represent you in a matter like your disability claim for VA, then they are your attorney of record for life. So until you get them taken off as the attorney of record, every time you go back for 10 more percent or 20 more percent, they are getting a fee regardless if they represent you or not. They will get their fee because that's part of their, I can't remember what the name is, but it's their clauses. So you have to get them off your record. If you use them once and you want to get them off your record, you have to actually have them write up a file of paper saying that they are no longer your attorney of record. Because like I say, they'll keep taking it out of your benefits to pay them every time you go back for 10 more percent.
I'm recommending to the chair. What it does, if you hire a lawyer and you go online and hire a lawyer, if you come out to me that you see Lazaro Martinez, who is the claims agent, duly confirmed by the general counsel, once he puts in a 2122A, that wipes that attorney out. That attorney can no longer collect any kind of a fee from you as a veteran. It puts it into Larry's hands. Larry does not charge any veteran. He is a retired Air Force veteran, medically retired. We help all the veterans we can. And we don't charge nothing. He doesn't charge anything because he is retired. Now, this man's been doing it for 48 years. We had a case come up where a lawyer went and tried to charge one of our clients, and it turns out that attorney had to kick the money back to the veteran because the attorney didn't do anything because they dropped him themselves because they couldn't help him. So, be aware that anybody out there that tells you that, and they want to charge you for doing work, back off. Go out and see a service officer. Service officers are not allowed to charge you for anything. And one of the very first things they teach all of us DAV people, you do not accept money for anything. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So,
going along the line of service officer work, DJ wrote a letter to Mr. Dan Contreras, I think it was last springtime, requesting BSO over at Major VA. So I worked with Mrs. Rochelle Huber up at the patient advocate office, and I saw the letter, and well, since I got training last January at the state convention, I figured, I'd like to have a shot at it. So I called Mr. Contreras and said, sure, you can go ahead and...
Speak up there.
No, okay. Again, DJ wrote a letter to Mr. Contreras, I think it was last springtime, and asking for a PSO over at Mayfair VA. They haven't hired a PSO or anything like that, but I just wanted to do some volunteer work over there. So Mr. Contreras gave his blessing that I was over there, see a voluntary service officer, Maria Owens, and so I was able to get a cubicle, so I
work Mondays and Fridays over at Mather in the American Legion cubicle. Normally, Daryl Spears has that space Monday, Tuesday, or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
So your dates are again?
So, at any rate, bottom line, DJ asked for service officer representation there. And I've been given the cubicle, Laura Greenspan up on the third floor, the site manager, meeting fees for Daryl's cubicle for Mondays and Fridays. So, maybe Ed will be able to set this. At least since June, I've been there at least 75% of the time. Yesterday I wasn't there, I didn't phone in because I had some important business to do yesterday. But, let's see. The bottom line is, I want to ask DJ this question. I want to ask him whether he thinks a DSO is necessary. I've heard mostly cons about that. And the reason for that is because, first of all, I don't have a supervisor, okay?
Yeah, this is something we need to take offline.
I think it's a necessary sort of thing to discuss. DJ wanted service officer representation over at Mather, and I've been trying to fulfill the spot. But I don't have a supervisor, and I don't really have additional training. Not only that, Diane Kamak has promoted a man, Mr. Tobias Montoya, so they have two NSOs over there. So my question is it really necessary to have somebody over to Mather VA office? Now, Ed Paluso has helped me a lot. I certainly appreciate his membership and stuff like that. I think I have the right to say what I need to be saying without interruption.
After the meeting.
If you think I'm rude,
after this meeting, you talk to us. Right now, please.
Very well.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. Yes, sir.
Is it possible to get the air conditioner turned on?
Legislative Committee, Comrade Harper.
Message. Preservation. And lots of body heat.
I can't.
Thank you, everybody. John Harper with the Protection Benefit Committee. There's been a lot of horse trading going on at the Capitol the last 2 months. Of course, if you've been reading the newspapers, bottom line is, as of yesterday, all the horse trading is done. They did all the horse trading going back and forth. Bills going to Assembly, going to the Senate Committee. The last day for any elected official to have move a bill back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That is over as of yesterday. So all the horse trading, I call it, is done. And next week I'm going to have a final list of all the bills that will be going to the governor's office. Because what happens is that there are over 2,000 bills proposed this year. 2,000 general bills. That's a lot of bills. Everybody wants to have a name under the bill or create a bill. But there's about 80 to 100 veteran bills of that 2,000. So 80 to 100 veteran bills were proposed. And a lot of them died in committee. So I'm anticipating about 20 to 30 veteran bills going to the governor's office at this time. And the governor has 30 days from now to either sign a bill or veto it. So we're in a holding pattern for 30 days. What I'm asking is, once I get a list of the final bills going to the governor's office, I'll give that to the commander, email that to the chapter, and if you can pick up the phone and say, for example, I'm John Harper, I'm with the DAV, I recommend the governor sign this bill. That's all you have to say. It's Bill 2540. But I'd like them to hear your voice on these bills that they're going to the governor's office. That's all you have to say. I'm doing that with my other veteran groups. They want to get involved. So these are the final bills that are going to reach the governor's office. So all I need to hear from veterans saying, I'm Don Harper, so-and-so, the DAV, and I here to support veteran bill 8595. I'll give you that list next week when I get it. But if you can do that. But this is what I know now. The good, bad, and the ugly. The bill SB 663, expansion of property tax relief for veteran halls, that died in committee. Remember I brought it up last couple of years, that died in committee. Expansion of personal property tax exemption for disabled veterans. I've talked about that before. If you're 100% disabled veteran, you get a big tax reduction on your house. The bill to expand that to zero, that died in committee. So you still have that expansion, you still have that exemption, but not the expansion. Yes. The other bill I brought to your attention is if you're military retired in California, you're paying taxes, income taxes on your retirement. Other states don't require that. 10 states say you come to my state, you don't pay any taxes on your military retirement. We proposed this bill, again, it died in committee again. 2 times in a row that the bill died. The good news is that AB 368, a needed veteran cemetery, was approved for Southern California. They need cemeteries down there. That was approved from Southern California. And that's kind of, I'm working with your past commander, JR, on some of these bills. So next week when I get a list, Commander, I'll send that to you. And all you have to do, if you want to do it, it's not mandatory, you get the list and just call up a certain number. I'll put it on the list itself. Just simply say, you're John Doe with the DAV. Please have the governor sign AB 554. If there's 10 bills, make 10 separate phone calls. Not just one phone call, make a phone call for each bill. Having said that, I'll take any questions at this time. If not, that's my report, Commander.
Thanks, Dr. Bush.
Will you be able to send that information to me so that I can send it out to everyone?
I will.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, State Executive Committee. Past State Commander.
You just want me to talk? Okay. I don't have a whole lot. You've got about 86 people picked up on, and if you get it, that's great. But go out there, beat the bush, and try to get more members in before this new $300 thing kicks in December 31st, like DJ was saying. So that's about all I've got right now for you. Good luck. A lot of my chapters don't get it, so I don't pressure it, but it's nice if you do get it. Thank you much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hospital Committee.
I just got an email from Anna. For the hospital committee, can you report for me just 3 things? 1, we're coordinating with Chapter 93 and 35 at the VA for the VA event for Memorial Day and the Vets Day. So DAV will have more of a presence. 2, there's talk about getting us a DSO back at Macer. And 3, new van for the DAV should be arriving soon. May need to call members for a photo op when it arrives. See hospital.
I talked to Robert Graves, the Director of Operations, State Director of Operations at DAV, and I asked him about possibility of getting a DSO, and if you want, I can read the letter that he gave me. I got it right here. Are you interested in it?
Well, yeah, I'm interested in meeting with you after the meeting. and I think we have a lot to discuss and see what sort of plan we can resource. Okay, thank you. Comrade Karen?
When I recommend or make a request that we have a meeting for all of those who are interested in being a CSO or having a committee, either before our meeting or after our meeting, so that we can have this as a normal forum, than having it here when we're trying to conduct regular business.
Yeah, thank you, and we will follow up on that.
Comrade Smith, through the chairs to DJ, our van will arrive next week.
Thank you.
All members, please rise. At this time, 1 minute of silence will be devoted in honor of our departed comrades. By the number, can salute 1. May they rest in peace. 2. We will now proceed with regular order business for the good of the order. I have one announcement. The auxiliary, which is led by Commander Jamie Miller, they are going to have chicken porridge at 12 o'clock in a few minutes, and if you have a chance, thank them for that. They do a lot for us, and so I'm sure that they would appreciate any sort of thank you that you could give them. Good in the order?
I got 2 of them, Commander. The first one is that you know that you're selling raffle tickets, and this is another way of supporting the auxiliary. So if you can, please make a contribution to them. And all those individuals that did not make going up to the state convention, could you raise your hand? Those that did not go to the state convention. Those that did not receive a pin. Did they not give you a pin?
I didn't go to the convention. No, you did not give me this pen. This is cool.
Keep your hand up.
I haven't seen this one yet.
I know you have. You win. Yeah, so put your hand down. I see you down the hill. Please.
You know you don't get it. It's got a little tin right here. All right.
See, I know all of the people that got them. And the other thing is that the chapter paid for the advanced registration. Some people were asking me, did they get any other pay? No, because we paid for your advanced registration. Okay? We paid for your advanced registration. That was your payment. The chapter ain't got that kind of money, because we start paying everything, and then we'll be right back where we started from last a couple of months, down in the tube. So no. Okay. So, and a couple of people that we paid for their registration didn't show up. I'm not calling any names, but I got names. Okay? I do have names. So, that's what happened on that. So everyone should have gotten a copy, or should have gotten a badge. Okay? you have.
Thank you. Motion to adjourn,
Mayor, I move that we adjourn.
second.
Next week, I'll tell you,
Is that a second?
just say second, I just,
Okay, second. Okay, discussion four.
can I say something?
Is the discussion four, the motion?
I just want to say
Motion is
something.
on the floor. And do you have a question on the motion that's on the floor?
I don't.
Is there discussion against the motion? Call for the question. Aye.
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 Next
Motion
meeting?
passes.
This month.
Comrades, the purpose of the gathering here has been accomplished. But before we close, let us always be mindful of the principles for which this organization stands: comradeship, friendship, loyalty to principle and to our comrades, devotion to our cause, and let it be our motto: if I cannot speak good of comrade, I will not speak ill of him or her. Before I declare it adjourned, it is fitting and proper that we again render honor to the flag of our country. By the numbers, 1, 2. Chaplain, will you please lead us in prayer?
Uncover. May the peace of God, which passes all understanding, keep our hearts and minds in the knowledge and love of God, and now unto the eternal and all-wise Creator of the universe, and preserver of our nation, be honor and glory forever and ever. Amen.
Cover. I now declare this meeting, Sacramento Chapter Number 6, Disabled American Veterans, adjourned. Our next meeting will be held on October the 12th, 2019.
How you doing, young man? Oh, yeah, keep them in this. I hit a whole bunch of them.